Taurus, what's happening? What's cracking and what's poppin', baby? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot coming at you guys with your January 2020 love tarot reading. I hope you guys are well. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Keep in mind this reading is general. If it resonates, that's awesome. If not, it's not your message. Feel free to check out any other amazing tarot readers that we got here on YouTube, okay? These messages may resonate backwards or vice versa, so take them how they resonate if it applies to your particular situation. If you guys would like, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which is all linked down below. And you guys can also check out my sister and her boyfriend's YouTube channel. First link in the description if you guys want to take a look into my family's life. I don't naturally look like death, and I'm actually quite awake, but when I first wake up, I look like death, okay? So it's pretty early in the morning, but I will come out of this little phase that I look like, okay? Anyways, messages for my Taurians, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout the January 2020. What messages do we got coming through for Team Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout the January 2020. All right, Bull Gang. Let's go ahead and see what's cracking for you. Hopefully we got some awesome stuff. Taurus, energy between you and another person. You got a star card. I like it. You can be connecting with an Aquarian. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and then the Ten of Wands. You got two knights. Someone bothering you, Taurus. Someone bothering you, baby. That's the way that I feel. You know, Knight of Pentacles, you are doing what you need to do. You're on top of your shit. But the Knight of Swords is over here. And it's like, damn, motherfuckers want your time and energy left, right, left, right, left, right. And Taurus is like, hey, I'm on my way to the star. I'm on a journey that I'm focused on. And there's a lot of people coming through trying to distract you from that journey you're trying to take. And with that Ten of Wands, as for the outcome, I think you're going through that period of fuck. You are torn between a rock and a hard place. And the reason why I say that, Taurus, is because it feels like you're coming from a space where you know you are doing what's healthy for you, but everybody needs your time. Everybody needs your energy. Everybody needs to be a part of Taurus's life. Look at the way that moon illuminates with the light that's coming, the sunshine that's coming in. That's beautiful, okay? But everybody wants a little bit of Taurus's time. And I feel right now, Bull Gang, that you're in a space where you're like, I'm way too focused on what I got going on. I'm way too focused on being successful. I'm way too focused on, you know, really taking my career to the next level, taking my happiness to the next level. I feel like you've really jumped into your own lane throughout 2019, that you're carrying that energy and preparing yourself, okay, or preparing yourself, that's the right term, to move to 2020. So I feel like you're in a space right now, Taurus, where you're like, I'm in preparation right now of getting my shit done moving into 2020. And I don't want anybody distracting me from the path that I'm currently on. But it feels like everybody wants a little bit of your time. You know, friends may want to go out. You know, people may be hitting you up that just want things from you. And I feel like it's very draining because you may feel like you're taking on everything at once when you just want some space to kind of vibe out and focus on yourself. So that may be something you're going through currently. Clarify the Ten of Wands for Taurus. Nine of Cups. Yeah, you just want some space, baby. That's really the truth. You don't want to get to the point where you're burnt out. You want to get to the point where you don't have to lift a finger in life. That's what I feel is going on here, Taurus. You're in a place where it's like, look, I want to get through the grind now so that I can set myself up to have a really good life. You're going through a lot of planning, okay? You may be a little bit on the younger side, but even if you're not on the younger side, you're in a place where you're just really trying to follow your dreams so that you could set yourself up financially as well as vibrationally. You're looking for, I want to move into my happy space. And it's going to take a lot of work for me to put into to get there. But once I get to my happy place, I don't want to have to overwork myself ever again or grind ever again. I want to live the good life, okay? So I feel like you're jumping into a place right now, Taurus, where it's like, I'm trying to live the good life. Now, what is this Knight of Swords? What are these distractions that are surrounding Taurus? Okay, Emperor. Ooh, I don't like that, Taurus. Can be an Aries in your energy. For some of you here, you may have a boss who's taking time and away from what you really want to do. So for example, some of you Tauruses may currently have a job, but you've just started a business. If you just started a business, Taurus, you're trying to put all your time, use as much time as you can into your business, but your boss at your old job is up your asshole 24/7, always needing things from you. But whoever carries that Emperor energy, that energy is the energy of domination and controllingness. And I feel like there's someone here that is trying to steer you off the path you're currently on. This is somebody that wants you to do something you don't want to do. So for some of you Tauruses right now, you may be actually battling your parents. If some of you are in college, Your parents might want you to be a doctor when meanwhile you don't want to be a doctor, you want to be an engineer. You get what I'm saying? So for some of you here, you have a genuine dream, but you feel like somebody doesn't believe in you. And that's what you're not going to let get in the way. That's not what you're going to let stop you. Okay? Because whatever it is you want to do in this life, you are well aware that you can accomplish it. Don't let nobody take a piss on your dreams. I mean, one thing I will say that's so important in life, Taurus, is to keep your shit to yourself. Keep your dreams to yourself. And the reason why I say that is because people will sprinkle their negativity 24/7, and it's not because they don't believe in you. If they can't see themselves doing it, then they will reflect that shit back to you. So if someone doesn't believe that they could do it themselves, then they ain't gonna believe that you can go do it. So keep your dreams to yourself, baby. Be successful. People will only believe you after you've already done what you came to accomplish. Unfortunately, that's how it is, okay? Give me 1 second. 6 of Swords, good. Exactly what I was talking about. Keep moving forward. Do not let anybody distract you during this period. Taurus, for the non-believers that don't believe in you, then you don't need to believe in them. Point blank, period. Don't listen to anybody's negativity. Don't let anybody drag you down during this current transit, okay? Because I know you're in a place where you're motivated to get somewhere good. So this feels to me very much so as career-wise, as much as happiness-wise, you're really trying to pave the path of being financially free, being successful in life, and being happy in life. And yes, there are going to be people that don't believe in you on the way. There are going to be distractions on the way. Like, for example, there may be times, Taurus, where you're really focusing on you right now. You got a lot going on. You got a lot of work you're putting into. And your friends are like, yo, let's go grab a beer. Or like, yo, let's go smoke. Or yo, let's go do this. Let's go do that. And you're like, I can't. I'm busy. And they're like, oh, you're always busy. Well, Taurus, it don't matter if you're always busy. Whatever you are doing right now that is healthy for yourself and healthy for your own growth and development is what you need to be on. Continue to be on top of your shit. These distractions will pipe down soon enough. All right? People got to understand the type of wave you're on. You're not on this normal wave, I want to work 9 to 5 till I fucking die type of shit. You're on this wave where it's like, I want to create a beautiful ass life for me. I want to live abundantly. I want to be happy, right? I don't want to work myself until I die like a goddamn slave in this 3-dimensional bullshit ass world. I'm trying to make something of myself and make a name for myself. Then damn straight, as you should. All right? So keep that grind going, baby. Keep that grind going. You got to do what you got to do right now to take care of yourself. Okay? So, Taurus, what we're going to do right now, I dropped a damn nether card. Okay, hold on. I don't even know where it went. Okay, it went somewhere, Taurus. I don't care. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look into your environment. All right? Who you're surrounded with, who you're dealing with, how they're acting towards you, etc. Oh, okay, it was over there. How they're acting towards you, etc. So, in regards to Taurus's current environment, what's going on there? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout January 2020. What is the current environment that Taurus is surrounded by during this time? 7 of Pentacles, the Devil, 8 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, 4 of Cups, 4 of Swords, 6 of Cups, and then the World card. Yeah, Taurus. So you're surrounded by a lot of crap you don't want to be around. So Devil card to the 7 of Pentacles. There are people, this could be your parents for some, but there are people that fear you're wasting your time, okay? Some people see that you're isolating yourself, really focusing on doing what's best for you, but everybody's got a different perception than you. I think that's the way you need to look at it. I don't think everybody's out to get you. I don't think everyone's out to bash on your dreams. I just think that everybody's programmed so differently. Excuse me. I just think everybody's programmed so differently. Like, you're in a space, Taurus, where you know you can manifest the life you want, you know you can create the life you want, but I think that the people around you are programmed so differently that they just can't seem to come to that sort of belief. You know, with the Devil to the 7 of Pentacles, that's an energy where people think, oh, you know, you're wasting your time, you should settle down and get a real job, right? Ace of Pentacles, what is a real job? More like a slave corporation, right? Oh, go get a real job, go work a 9 to 5, go make minimum wage. No, okay? So people over here are like already not showing any sort of belief in you. And with the Page of Wands, it's almost as if they take what you're doing not seriously. And I feel like a lot of people aren't taking you seriously. A lot of people aren't taking you seriously when you say you need your space. A lot of people aren't taking you seriously when you say that you're succeeding. And that's something that is very much so bothersome, but I think you're coming to a place where you're accepting it, okay? But with the 6 of Cups on their end, the 6 of Cups talks about how the other person's environment was. So not your environment, but how their environment was. And I just mentioned this previously. If the person you're dealing with cannot see themselves being successful, then they don't have the belief that you will be either. And with this Four of Cups, I feel like they do kind of shit on your dreams here. But with the Four of Swords to the World card, you don't have to worry about this person shitting on your dreams, because the reason why this person over here doesn't want you to succeed is because they gave up on their dreams a long time ago. So don't be what they were. Be different. Be the person that actually succeeded. Maybe inspire that person when you do succeed. Maybe you might give them a touch of inspiration, like, shit, I made it and you can't stop me. Okay? So for some of you here, this environment could be your family. This could be your friends. This could even be your current lover if you're in a relationship. But the main point of the reading is how you're on the route of success, and you are very busy and you are very firm on doing what it is you need. But there's a lot of people trying to distract you, distracting you with plans, not being understanding of you. And I definitely feel like that's a big one. Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I feel like that's a big one for you, Taurus, where a lot of people aren't understanding you. They're not understanding what you're trying to do. They're not understanding that you're trying to better your life. And people may look at you as a selfish person, like, listen, you're spending all this time with yourself. Like, why are you not around me? Why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing that? The problem is that whatever this Emperor energy is, which it very well likely could be your environment, you don't owe people shit. Point blank period. You don't. You don't owe people your time. You don't owe people your energy. You don't owe people your credentials, whatever it is. You don't owe people shit. You owe yourself the world. So if you got stuff going on, you got stuff going on. Continue being that Knight of Pentacles and planting yourself firmly and taking care of your business, okay? Because your business is your business, if not anybody else's to get involved in. So I do feel like a lot of people are kind of coming to a misunderstanding where they think you're just fucking around, but you're not fucking around. You're trying to build yourself a very happy and successful life. And if people ain't going to get it, they're not going to get it, Taurus. So don't bother over-explaining yourself. It gets draining. You got a Fool card here, a Two of Wands, a Two of Cups, okay? You got a Queen of Pentacles, a Wheel of Fortune, and then you got a Hangman card. So in regards to how you are feeling about your path, with the Fool card to the Two of Wands, you are feeling very optimistic about going places, but you also battle with feeling like you'll be stuck, okay? And I think that that's one thing you have to kind of take out of your head, right? If you want to get to the root success, or the root of success, if you want to get to the Star card, right? You have to go through the challenges. And with this Two of Wands, you have to consistently choose each and every single day to be positive and to keep working on where you want to go. So make sure that day in and day out, you're not giving up on yourself. And don't be the person to give up on yourself. You see, the people in your environment, Taurus, they've given up. They've lost all hope. They've lost all belief. That's why they can't believe on you. But the truth of the situation is that they delayed their blessing because they did not keep going. You are going to be the person that sets the example that anyone can do it. I can fucking make it. Taurus, let me talk about something real quick. When I was younger, roughly about 11, I almost said 11 o'clock. When I was roughly about 11, I loved YouTube, man. I've always loved YouTube. And I started making YouTube videos. I used to game a lot. I used to play a lot of Call of Duty. And I loved it. I was like, I'm going to be a YouTuber one day. I really am. I remember when monetization was first out and you could start making money from YouTube videos. I remember that I made like 4 cents on a video and I was so excited. And I was like, oh my God, I made money from a video. And I was like, well, my mom and dad were like, what'd you make? And I was like, 4 cents. And looking back on it, it's funny to laugh at, but they laughed. And I was just like, okay. But I didn't let that drag me down. It was a little upsetting to get laughed at by your parents. But then I sat there and I really thought to myself, at 11 years old, I thought to myself, well, Mom and Dad grew up differently. They don't see the vision. They don't see how we are now. They don't see how production and things are changing, moving into new generations, right? And I was like, you know what? I'll prove them wrong. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Up until the age of 17, I still continue doing YouTube. What's actually really funny is when I was a sophomore, I also had something called the 2-year plan. The 2-year plan was that in the next 2 years, I was going to become a YouTuber and I wouldn't have to go to college. Now, the 2-year plan actually dragged out to about 2.5 years, but it worked because I always believed that this is what I want to do, and no matter how hard I grind for it, I will obtain it. So I used to game on YouTube. I found tarot, I came into alignment with it. I'm still a YouTuber and I'm still doing something I love. Because after I graduated high school, for about a couple, maybe about 9 months, almost to a year, I had a steady job. And during that job, I was doing YouTube, and then YouTube popped off, and then this became my job. So it doesn't matter what anybody says to you. My parents were always telling me, go to college or get a real job or this, that, and the third. No. And when I showed them that I could do it, then they believed in me. It happens, Taurus. I've been through that. And it's not to say that my parents are bad people. They're not. They were raised differently. And so are people in your environment. So with that Hangman card, don't ever think you are stuck where you're at. When you are constantly working, you will grow. So what this shows to me, Taurus, is like if you're putting in a lot of work and you feel like you're not seeing results, you have to be patient for results to grow moving forward. Okay? So be mindful of that here. Queen of Pentacles to the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, a lot of you Tauruses are looking to get rich. A lot of you Tauruses are looking for fortune, but you're also looking for happiness here as well, and a connection to yourself, which I think is very much so important here. With that Two of Cups, it's not all about just money and wealth. I think you're looking to get to know yourself even better. I think you're in a space, Taurus, where you want to be so connected to who you are that you never hurt yourself again. Okay, and what I mean by that is that you know that if you were working a 9-to-5 right now, you'd be hurting yourself. You know, if you were surrounding yourself by negative people and, believing everything that people say that's bad, you know you'd be hurting yourself. Like, you are in a place where you are taking care of yourself and doing the things that actually make you happy, and it's so important that you're in that self-care. So always remember why you're doing what you're doing, and don't let the hard times get you down, because you are here to improve yourself and to do what you really want to do that's going to lead you on that path to happiness. And it doesn't matter what anybody else tries to do, say, or anything like that. What matters is what you think and what you do moving forward and how you feel about every sort of situation. So please do not let anyone drag you down, because when I tell you anybody can be successful, anybody can. If I did it, you can too. Everyone can be successful. We all have these opportunities. Okay? You will reach that star with that right kind of mentality. And I also like that you're in a space too, Taurus, where you are learning how to become more connected with yourself, and you don't want to ever put yourself in low vibrational situations again, such as hating the job you work at. You know what that's doing for yourself? That's creating stress in your life. What does stress do? Stress kills. So you're really trying to live in your own highest of good. Okay? Because you don't want to scrap just to get by. You want to tap into that feminine energy, right? That Empress, loving life, loving it, enjoying it, beauty, Venusian kind of energy. Oh, Tauruses want the good life. Yes, you do. And you deserve it. And with that Empress energy as well, you want to birth your creations into the world. Tauruses are very innovative, and that's what I like so much about the Bull Gang. And you want to bring your creations into the world and add value to people's lives, as well as add value to yours, okay? And right now, you really have to drop the naysayers and go stag, Taurus. Honestly, Nine of Pentacles, you got to go stag. If anybody's against you right now during this period, it's you versus the world. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be you versus the world. Don't follow the trendsetters. Don't follow the people that are doing the same thing. Do what you're doing. Because you will become successful when you do not give up. You will become successful when you believe in yourself. You will become successful when you dodge everything a person's ever said to you and only stick to what you believe about yourself. Remember that you are doing things in your own highest of good. You are creating your own best life. And if you can pave a way that benefits not only your life and somebody else's, then that's powerful. All right? And your happiness is important here, not the happiness of anyone else, and not what anyone else wants you to do either. Whoever that emperor is, whether it's your parents, your family, your partner, your friends, you were born here to live life the way you wanted to. You weren't born here to live in someone else's image. Remember that shit. Okay? So if you got to go stag, Taurus, go stag throughout the month of January, because I do feel a lot of distractions around you. Okay? And to avoid reaching that burnout, if there's some people you have to really separate yourself from, feel free to separate yourself from them. Don't be afraid to do that. All right? In regards to the outcomes or potential outcomes that are coming towards Taurus throughout January 2020, please. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout January 2020. Ooh, baby, Three of Cups, the Magician, and the Six of Pentacles. Ooh! Taurus, let me tell you something too, man. If you've been manifesting some sort of partnership here, some sort of business partnership, there may be a business partnership that's coming through in the month of January, which I like a lot, okay? For others of you here, I do feel that you are going to start attracting your soul people. Because this is what's happening. Remember, Taurus, how I said you need to go stag? You need to kind of remove yourself from the people that don't believe in you. Now, when you do that and you start believing in you, everyone else that believes in you too will be attracted to you. So you're attracting your soul group here in January. I like that a lot for you. Because as you're deciding to believe in yourself and removing the naysayers from your life, what you're ideally doing is you're attracting people with the same mentality as you. You're attracting people that are for you. You're attracting people that serve in the highest of your good. So you're in a place in time, Taurus, as you cut out these naysayers, you will be attracting your soul group. And these are the type of people that will be happy for your success. These are the type of people that will help you get to the top. These are the type of people that want you to be successful rather than don't. So you're coming into alignment in 2020 with your right kind of soul group. You'll be making the right kind of connections. I like it a lot. These are going to be the right kind of connections for your happiness, for your benefit, and for your success. So I know this wasn't much of a love reading, but a lot of this has to do with your own personal self, your own motivation, your own drive to get somewhere and to be successful in life. And that's absolutely okay. You know, there are going to be people in your environment that are going to drag you down. You can't let them affect you. There are going to be people in your environment that don't understand why you're always spending so much time alone. Your best friends are going to want to go out all the time. And sometimes you got to tell them no. Sometimes you got to be firm with telling people no. You're in a place in time right now, Taurus, where you are trying to elevate your life to the top and take your life to the next level. And what's most importantly is that you're living life on your own terms, okay? And moving into 2020, I do feel strongly here as you are isolating yourself away from the people that are dragging you down. The people that will be here to assist you and uplift you are coming into your life in 2020. And I really like that vibe for you, okay? That's really good right there. God damn, baby. All right, Bull Gang. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know it's not a love reading, and I really hope it does resonate. I know this is a little different, but sometimes, even when I normally do the normal shindig of readings, whatever comes up, comes up. And this is pretty prominent for you. I feel like this is a message you need to hear. Of course, if it don't resonate, it don't resonate. But I think some of you guys with this Hangman card, some of you guys sometimes feel stuck. You may feel like you're not making any progress in your happiness and in your success. But you need to remember to keep going on a consistent basis, because just because your current environment may be negative doesn't mean your current environment will always stay the same. Sometimes you got to block things out and live in your own little world, because your own little world is going to take you to somewhere beautiful. Okay? Taurus, I love you guys. Have an awesome, amazing, and fantastic rest of your January. And I will catch you guys for your January mid-monthlies. All right? Peace.